How's it going, YouTube? Spec M Auto is back with another video today. As you guys can see, yet again, another Honda. Today's car review is going to be this 2008 Honda Civic LX Coupe. We're going to take a walk around this car, show you all the features, all the fun little stuff about it, and some little history, backstory behind it, and we'll take it on a test drive, and we'll make a good review video. How about that? Let's go ahead and get started, guys. Okay, guys, so we have our 2008 Honda Civic Coupe. You might think, well, if it's an LX, why does it have alloy wheels? It's because whoever had this car previously put 9th gen 2012 EX rims. I think those are EX. But either way, those wheels are not 8th gen wheels. Those are actually 9th gen wheels. But they are the same exact size as the 8th gen OEMs. We'll go around the back here, check out some stickers. The owner of this car actually is a supporter of my channel, so huge shout out. And ironically, the owner of this car also happens to be my mother. So yes, this is a Honda family, guys. There are 2 Honda Civics in this family. There were 3, but I sold the gray one a long time ago, as most of you would know, who are subscribers. Yeah, this car's in very beautiful condition for the year. These are actually brand new headlights, but about a year or so ago. But it looks like there's a little something going on with that, so it's very unfortunate. I hope that she gets that addressed. I'm sure she will eventually. There's some really nice rain guards in these windows. Civic sticker. And the brakes, all 4 around, are brand new. Painted black. I think she was just going for a nice subtle look. That would be my guess. So it being an LX, it's pretty much a base model. So you won't get the mud flaps, pretty much like my sedan, but these still don't have mud flaps. They never got upgraded. So the front end of this car is a little bit different than the sedan, but I still see the Civic in it, and it's really nice. I love the styling. I notice that there's a difference between the wiper arms for the sedan and the coupe, and the coupes get these for some weird reason. They're not regular window blades, so these are funky, and I guess they're more expensive than the regular J-hook wipers, so that's very unfortunate. I have offered to get her some sedan wiper arms before, but we'll see how that goes. We'll come around here, and again, you see the beautiful paint. Believe it or not, guys, well, you probably believe it, but this car actually was one of the 8th gens that suffered from the notorious paint fade. But before my mother got possession of this car, it has been repainted by the dealership she bought it from. We'll go ahead and take a look inside. So I'm going to open up our door. We'll be greeted to a loud, obnoxious alarm. So let's take the key out for now. We're going to take a look around. So they got some nice long doors here, guys. Got power locks, power windows, power mirrors, all the essentials. When you come in here, and you'll notice the pre-2009 Civics, the sedans only had a 2-spoke steering wheel. The coupes had a 3-spoke still, just like the 2009 through 2011. But the difference is these trims were black. They weren't matched with the door handles or anything like that. So you'll come over here, you'll see it has cruise control, has AM, FM, CD, aux, has nice heat and AC, works, hazards, work. Then you have our glove box, which is about the same room as the sedan. It's the same exact glove box, no different. Big cubbies in the door panels there. Big cubby here. And then you have your hidden cup holders, storage, and more storage. You get an armrest that slides back and forth, opens up and down. And then you get these sport bolstered seats. Compared to the sedan, these are way different in feeling. So, let me turn myself around real quick. Okay, guys, so I'm sitting here, and the way these bolsters are more wrapped around my sides, it definitely feels like it holds me in place much more firmer than the four-door version. So the feeling of the extra support is actually pretty nice, although the seats feel a little bit skinny for my liking, but that's just because I'm a bigger framed person. So you have basic wipers. You don't have adjustable intermittent speeds, but you have off, intermittent, low, and high. Basics, all the essentials. You have your lights, signals, and then you have your mirror controls here and a blank switch here. So this is what's different also between the coupe and the sedan. In the sedan, at least in the LX Civic, the mirror controls would be on the driver door, and this would actually be another storage cubby. So there would be a storage cubby here and a storage cubby there. But due it being a coupe, it's styled differently, so you'll have the buttons and all up here instead. I'm pretty sure in the sedan from EX and up, you might not have this cubby either. It might be the same way almost, just minus the mirror controls. You get stuff like traction on and off and fog lights and stuff. So let's go ahead and start our car. So this 2008 Honda Civic Coupe is sitting at a healthy 135,766 miles. My mother has had this car since 2019, and she's only put about 10 or 12,000 miles on it in 3 years. So that's pretty impressive. So you'll come over here, you have your select reset button for the oil life, or the trip, I'm sorry, for the trip. And then these two buttons controls your dim and brightness of the screen. As you can see, the dimness goes down, put the brightness back up, and the brightness goes back up. And then you have adjustable vents, that's nice. And a funky thing about the CD player, sometimes this screen will kind of glitch in and out. Sometimes it'll go black and then come back, and sometimes it kind of like flickers in and out. So I'm wondering if this radio is starting to feel the age quite a bit. We go up here, you'll see this car has blue LED lights in it. Same with the dome light. Headliner is in extremely healthy condition for this generation of Civic. The headliners in these Hondas are sometimes known to sag over time, but you don't see that in this car. And then this car also has the same Acura TL sun visor upgrade that I did to my car. So my mother got inspiration from me to do this. She set me out to get these for her, and I got them for her and helped her put them in. So that's real nice. Really, really healthy for the age. I'm very happy to see this car in such amazing condition. As you can see, the wear and tear in the seats are pretty limited to this little tiny spot, which I believe has been re-stitched up at some point. I'd say the most wear in this whole interior would be the floor mats. The floor mats are actually newer than this car. These were originally mine in my Civic Hybrid. I got these in 2018, and right around 2020, I think, I gave these to my mom because I didn't want them anymore. So if you look in the back, you can kind of see that back floor mat slide up a little bit. That's because the floor space for the coupe is slightly shrunken compared to the sedan. So there's not quite as much room, but still healthy amount of room. You can easily slide the seat up to get in and out. It happens on both sides. Here's our beautiful back seat in very excellent shape, mint condition. It's almost like no one's barely ever sat in it. Storage space, although, is very limited. You just have a little cup holder and a little storage cubby on each side, and of course No AC controls, no voltage devices like a HDMI or anything like that. There's nothing. Pretty basic. Alright guys, I'm going to try to fit in the back seat of this two-door Civic Coupe and see how I feel. We'll just slide all that stuff out of the way. So you just climb in. Oh, take a seat. Oh, slide this bad boy back. Oh, I can't even reach it. Okay, there we go. Now, this is like midget setting, so I'm gonna scoot over just a hair. Oh shoot, I don't even know if I can. It's pretty tight back here. Oh yeah. Okay guys, so I'm now in the back seat of this Honda Civic Coupe. It's not too bad for a two-door. It feels like the seat angles down like this a little too far, but it's okay. It's not too shabby. Headrests are right where I want them to be, and they're not even adjusted at all. They're just down on the bottom setting. Leg room is pretty good. Have about an inch of leg room, 2 inches maybe. But they have this little soft support in the middle, so even if your seat was set back further, it wouldn't completely destroy your legs. I wouldn't recommend sitting back here if you were taller. I'm 5'8", so I'm not super short, but I'm not very tall either. I'm about normal height for a man. Pretty comfy. Got little clothes hanger doohickeys on both sides. They both work good. Headroom is a lot smaller than the sedan. The roof line is very low compared to the sedan. I can sit here and already tell. But so I have, take my hat off. Yeah. See, if I go straight up, it just hits the back window, top part of the back window, headliner a little bit. I'd probably give about, looks like 2 inches of headroom. It's not a whole lot. Alright, now you're gonna see me squeeze my fat butt out of this car. Wow, that's a disadvantage for sure. So I'm already gonna tell you guys something. So on the passenger seat, front seat, on the side right here, on the corner, there's a little pedal thing that you can hit with your foot or your hand to push the seat forward so you can slide out of the back seat. Unfortunately, the driver's seat is not like that. There's no button here to release my seat. Only on the passenger seat. So that's a big disadvantage. If you're on the driver's side and this is the only door that's open, you're either going to be fighting your way out this way to open the door and move the seat up, or you're going to have to fight and try to reach there like this on the regular seat back lever. And then getting out, just like any other two-door car for me, it's like crawling out of a freaking cave. It's crazy, guys. Alright guys, now real quick, I fixed it to where I got in the car on this side to show you guys what it'll be like if I had the driver's seat set to my setting and I'm sitting in the back seat. So as you can kind of tell right here, it's pretty tight, but on the legs and the sides, good. For my feet, pretty rough because my feet are literally under the front seat right now. But same stories before with the headroom and everything with the headrest and stuff. Good to go. So this is pretty good for a coupe. I'm happy with it. Okay guys, trunk space is generous. Open up the trunk here. You get a nice big round trunk. A lot rounder than the sedan for sure. So here's enough of me comparing the coupe and the sedan for now. That's for a future video. But anyway, this trunk is pretty nice. It looks like it's actually right around the same size as the sedan, so that's pretty good. Not much going on back here. You just have your stuff back here. You have a cargo mat. Go underneath of that. Here's your original trunk carpeting. And then underneath you have jumper cables and a spare tire set. so that's nice. There is no cover or insulation cover for the trunk lid in the two-door, so you're just going to be getting good old bare metal. And I don't even know if they ever made the arm covers for these. I don't think I've seen an 8th gen Civic Coupe with the rear trunk and the trunk arms covered up with fancy looking stuff. So this car being an LX, it's not going to have a 60/40 split fold seat, but instead you get a regular one-piece drop seat. So you just pull the lever to unlock your seat. Okay, so it's going to be difficult to go in the back and drop your seats, so you would have to get something long or bend down in the trunk and push forward. Man, what is up with this? Okay. You can tell those seats never come down. Alright, and then you come in here, fold her down, and you get a solid one-piece drop seat. I'm pretty sure EX and up, you get a split fold 60/40 seat. In this LX model, you get a nice one big solid piece. And that's it. Alright guys, we have a 1.8 liter 4-cylinder engine with 140 horsepower at 6,300 RPMs. We have 128 pound-feet of torque at 4,300 RPMs. It redlines at 6,800 RPMs. And it has a 10.51 compression ratio. It gets up to 34 miles per gallon highway, 26 city, 29 combined. Alright guys, we're now going to be test driving our 2008 Honda Civic Coupe. And we're going to see how it performs and how I feel. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, we are now driving our Honda Civic Coupe. We're going to turn the AC on. So yep, heat and AC both work. All the power windows work. All the electronics in this vehicle work as they necessarily should. No problems. This car doesn't even have a check engine light. So that's actually really impressive. I'm going to turn this, I'm going to keep the AC on so I don't have the windows open and you guys can actually hear me talk. So now we're going to turn onto the road here. I could already tell that this car definitely drives smoother than my car because obviously it has lower mileage, which means less wear. Steering feels pretty tight, on point. The seats feel comfortable, as I mentioned. And this thing can actually get up and go. This thing has pretty nice acceleration to it. So now we are at a steady 45 miles per hour. We're going to test out our cruise control. And it's functioning. Staying at a perfect 45 miles an hour at 1,500 RPMs. This thing is nice and smooth. I appreciate the drivability of these vehicles. Even my car that has 228,000 miles, which is also a Honda Civic, is a very, very solid and reliable car. I'm very happy with it. Although this, there we go. I had to adjust the seat. But yeah guys, this is a really nice car. My mom babies this car. She takes it and gets it serviced at Honda, very much like I do. Every once in a while, she'll go to a local shop to get her repairs done and stuff, depending on how cheap or expensive said repair service is. But for having a vehicle for 3 years, and the vehicle is now 14 years old, this thing is very solid and it's extremely reliable. They have actually driven this vehicle outside of Ohio at least a couple of times. And of course, in Honda fashion, never let them down whatsoever. I'm telling you guys, I really try not to be biased with my car review videos, but it's very, very hard for me to do when I am reviewing a Honda Civic of this era. 2006 to 2011 is hands down my favorite generation of the Civic. Both sedan and coupe are very, very handsome cars. This car in particular is very sporty. We're going to go ahead and turn into this lot here. We're going to turn around and we're going to head out, and then we'll do a nice 0 to 60 test. We're going to try to not run these guys over because they're just trying to look at cars for sale. This is the only place close enough where I felt comfortable about turning around. It happened to be a car lot. That's okay. No, I'm not going to give the car lot a shout out because I don't really care for this dealership. Man, this lot is bumpy. I'm not even going to get started. Alright guys, so I'm going to stop right here, and I'm going to do a nice 0 to 60 test. You ready? This thing actually zooms. Already 60. Yeah, this thing is a champ. Definitely feels very alive for the mileage. I'm impressed. I thought my car was pretty peppy, but this car is slightly more peppy. But I don't think it's necessarily the mileage or anything, because like I said, my car gets very well maintained at Honda as well. So I don't think it necessarily is anything to do with the mileage. I think the peppier, faster feeling is just the fact that, one, this is a slick, sporty, two-door coupe body style, so you're naturally going to feel like you're going faster. Although I'm very, very likely going the same speed as the Honda Civic sedan. And for two, I'm pretty sure that the two-door Civic weighs less than the four-door sibling. I could be wrong. If I get some weight numbers, I'll put them in. But I'm pretty certain that the coupe is definitely lighter than the sedan. And I can feel it. It should be, because it's smaller, it's shorter, the ceiling is shorter, the body style is more aerodynamic, I believe. If, you know, naturally the two-door car's got to be more sporty. But yeah, I'm really digging this car. I'll go ahead and test a couple things out while I'm in the car, driving it. So as you can see, you know, like I said earlier, hazards work, both turn signals work, the radio works.
Uneven floors or musty, moldy smells coming from that crawl space?
Radio works very well. There's not even any creaks or rattles or anything in this interior. This is a very solid car, guys. If you're looking for a nice, reliable, economical coupe, that is more likely not going to be molested and, you know, abused by high schoolers, essentially. Get yourself one of these lower mileage Honda Civic coupes and make sure they're not modified in any way. This coupe is not modified in any way whatsoever, except for the sun visors. And back in, I don't even remember what month it was, sometime last year, I put the clear lens LED third brake light, the high mount third brake light. I put the LED version in there for my mother, same as what's in my car. So if anybody who's an enthusiast for these 8th gens like myself and don't know, the clear lens high mount third brake light from the Civic hybrid sedan will fit both normal Civic sedans and the Civic coupes. Alright guys, I'm going to pull over now and I'll give you guys my final thoughts. Okay guys, so this is it. This is going to conclude my video. What are my final thoughts and opinions of this car? I mean, guys, for over 30 miles per gallon, solid reliability, and it's really cool, unique styling that you won't really find in any other car. 100% makes me recommend this car. I do also recommend the sedan, but if you're in the two-door world, this is definitely it. Although, I must warn you guys, if you're looking for these cars, be very mindful of when you're buying these cars from the 2006 to 2008 model year, because some of these cars are very well known to have cracked engine block problems. But they had a big recall with them, and I'm sure most of them that are on the road today have that issue dealt with. But for keeping a peace of mind, I would recommend getting that checked out, looking at the vehicle history, asking the owner if they know that information, and even check for yourself if you're in that automotive field. But other than that, 2009 through 2011, bulletproof cars, bulletproof engine, and so are these 2006 through 2008 models too, if they don't have the cracked engine problem. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for me today. This is Spec M Auto. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this video and you want more content in the future. Really appreciate it. Each video like and subscription tells YouTube that this is a good channel with good content, and it'll recommend my videos to more people, which will bring more people to my videos, give more people more education, more insight, and just simply more content to enjoy. Alright guys, check out my social media pages. I have, obviously, YouTube. I have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I have all those pages. Just look up my YouTube channel name and my logo, and my name should pop right up. Alright guys, stay safe out there. See y'all next time. Yeah, exactly. They're saying subscribe. Okay guys, here are pros and cons for this model. Pros: sleek, sporty look, reliable and great miles per gallon, 2-tier digital gauge cluster, a cool unique look that still looks new to this day, and it also has smooth ride and great handling. For the cons list, not as much storage room as the sedan, no driver's seat release for the rear passenger, no front seat pockets, less rear seat room. This model suffers a lack of 60/40 split fold seat, and some of these models suffer cracked engine blocks from 2006 to 2008 model year. I hope you guys enjoy this video. See you guys next time.